Hey guys, thanks for joining me, and if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, welcome to Sharp Ends. I am sharing with you today one of my favorite little knives, and that is the Skaha 2 folder from North Arms, made in British Columbia. This guy has a lot of really cool things going for it. First off, it's a flipper, and the action on it is great, and the sound it makes, and you know that I always like to comment on sound if it's a thing for a knife. I mean, it's just outstanding. I absolutely love that sound and the way it feels. And you know, you can you can push button it, or light switch it, and either way it always flies out. I've never had it misfire on me. The action is great, and it drops shut very, very smoothly, just incredibly smoothly. The Ergos on this are incredible, and the handle, the way that it feels, is great. The material itself is fairly thick, but it really rides in the hand nicely, the G10, and it comes in a couple of different color options. The clip is a wire clip, which is just fine. And it also, you'll notice it doesn't have a clip on the other side, but on the website, when you order one, you can ask for a left side carry, and they will put it on this side instead of that side. And also, very cool, because they custom make each one for the person, you can ask for them not to have a clip at all. So I found that really cool. It does have a little bit of a lanyard hole, which is fine, and it's just there, and it doesn't really distract from anything. And I don't mind that it has a lanyard hole, because this is Magnacut, and so I'm more likely to use this in a situation like on a boat or something like that. So, yeah, and right here you can see the North Arms lasered in there. And you can see right here where it says Magnacut. And right now you can't see its British Columbia symbol, right? But when you close it up, it's resting right there inside where the liner lock access is. This is a liner lock, and it works very well. It engages very well. There's no problems. The lockup is totally tight and good. This isn't full liners. In fact, the show side of the scale just has a little washer basically right there, and then the liner lock side has kind of an abbreviated, and you can almost see it in there, an abbreviated liner inside of there. No back spacers, but, you know, it's got the pillar construction, the barrel construction. One thing that I did notice when it came to me, it was not very sharp when it first came to me. I don't think that that's a usual thing with them. I have a North Arms mallet and trout knife, and when that came to me, it was screaming sharp. That was also Magnacut. So, you know, I sharpened it, and now it scroll cuts, so it's absolutely fine. But that is one negative that I can definitely say for it. This cost $242 Canadian dollars, which works out to 180 American dollars. For what you're getting, a Magnacut, and how nicely this is made and everything, I think that that's a brilliant price. And so much so that this is actually a very kind of sought-after knife. He sells a lot of really cool kitchen knives, mainly, and this is his folding knife. And I will say that his trout and fish knife is incredible, and I've been looking at his knives for the kitchen, his chef knives, and I'm really close to buying one, because he makes those out of S30V, I believe, which it's, you know, as far as like getting like a big chunk of steel for a kitchen knife, that is awesome. The way that this works out as far as like handling it, it's got some nice jimping on the back of the back of the blade here, not too aggressive, and it's rounded off nicely. There's no choke. You're not going to choke up here, but that's fine, because the way that it works is just great. The drop point shape is great. Real fast, I'll just give you some dimensions on this too. Let's compare it to PM2, a dressy PM2. So you can see that its blade length, sharpened blade length, is about the same, and the handle is just a little bit shorter on the handle side. So almost a PM2 size blade, a little bit thinner behind the edge, definitely thinner behind the edge. The geometry is really good. It's very slicey. Yeah, it's also much lighter than a PM2. Go ahead and give you the weight on that. Okay, well, I'm not going to give you the weight on that. Let's give you the length on that. So the blade length is about, I'm going to cut an inch. We're going to say 1, 2, 3 3/8 of an inch, almost 3.5 inch long blade. So yeah, I like this knife. I think it's a screaming good deal, and I like that it's made in Canada. Brothers to the north, they don't have a lot of knife companies up there, but it's really cool to see this one. This is, again, the Skaha 2 from North Arms. I sincerely think that you should check out their website. Because of the exchange rate, I think that the deals that you get on that website are really incredible. The other thing I would really suggest you check out is the Mallard and Trout knife, which I have a review on my channel. And then also go ahead and check out their kitchen knives, just because it's really cool to see a really nicely made knife out of such a great steel. You know, usually you're getting a lot less good steel than what he's making his kitchen knives out of. The action on this was great. Like I said, I've torn this apart and put it back together again, and it's made very well, and it all fits to it. So the thing is that you have to get on a wait list for this. The wait list didn't take, well, the wait list did take me long. I think that the wait list is getting shorter right now, but you know, I can't tell you. It took me probably 6 months. Let's say 6 months. It definitely took me at least half a year before my number came up for it. I think it's worth getting put on the wait list in 6 months, and I think it's gotten shorter. So I think that the wait list is shorter at this point. But when your number comes up, he'll send you an email, and then you go to use the link and you put in your options. I just went with black, but he also has orange, blue, and jade, or natural micarta that you can dye your own, and I think a couple of other options too. I just got the traditional black. But all that being said, I think this is a screaming good deal. And, you know, the fact that you can kind of customize it when your number comes up and then he makes it. And I think the turnaround there was about 2 weeks. So I put in my options, right-hand carry, black, and it came to me about 2 weeks later. So that's a pretty good turnaround once your number comes up on it. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. If you can find me on Instagram as well at Sharp Ends, and you can like and subscribe here on YouTube, which would be really cool. I'd really appreciate that if you liked what you saw today. And I will catch you guys next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.